Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Want to welcome you back, and also if you are just joining us, it's the second of two quarterfinal matchups here at the Town of Oyster Bay Ice Skating Center in Bethpage, New York. NYIHSHL hockey. First contest just completed. We saw the Long Beach Marines, number 6 seed, taking down the number 3 seed Half Hollow Hills Hornets by a score of 4-3. And it was a back and forth contest, very physical. Both teams had their opportunities, and it was the Marines who scored a late shorthanded goal to come out on top. We're here for game number 2, though, the final quarterfinal, and we're looking for the last team to punch their ticket into the semifinals, which will take place Friday night at the Long Beach Ice Arena. It's the number 4 seed Syosset Braves taking on the number 5 seed Valley Stream Sewanaka Lynbrook Storm. My name's Travis Quigley. I am joined for game number 2 this evening by Luke Judge. Luke joined me for periods 1 and 3 of the first contest. He'll be here for all 3 periods of this one as we get set. Opening face-off, one back by the VSSL Storm. That was Nicholas Nomov. They send the puck in deep to start this thing off, and Syosset trying to chip it out now. Making a move to the middle, backhanded pass, but nobody home. Algazzini. Puck kept alive at the blue line, now cutting in Aiden Siegel. Siegel's shot goes over the net. Bone keeps it in. His shot gets blocked, though. Algazzini picks it up in the corner. Braves applying some pressure on him. And it's the Storm who are out to a hot start here in period number 1. Battle on the half wall still. Now it's the Braves looking to go the other way. Mia Newley carries it into the zone. Delayed offsides coming, so Braves not going to touch this puck up. Nomov carries it, gets the red line, chips it deep. Bouncing puck coming in. Nagata with the shot. And that one turned aside by Suma. Zach Knoll, the captain of this Syosset Braves squad, carries in, makes a far side pass for Brady Litch, but didn't connect. Storm coming back the other way. Aiden Siegel. Siegel carrying wide on the right wing side on his backhand. Moves up the half wall, then cycles it back down low. Puck comes out of the zone now, giving chase and picking this one up. Patrick O'Doherty. O'Doherty moving to the left wing side, loses possession, but puck gets chipped in now. O'Doherty gets it back, but Braves trying to come back the other way. Nice stickler from O'Doherty. He gets a chance, tries a toe drag, poked off his stick. He gets it back one more time, though. Great effort from O'Doherty on this shift. Shot comes in from the point, blocked in front. Another chance is swept away and out of the zone. Chasing after this one with a lot of speed, Robert Engel. Engel's going to get there first, makes some contact, picks up possession of the puck, pass to the front. That one doesn't go through. Conroy with the defensive play. Storm flipped this one out. High bounce, glove down there by Gagliano. He gets it knocked off his stick. Storm coming back towards the Braves' end before chipping it in behind the nets. Slowing things down now. Ethan Schlamovich. Now the Braves moving up the ice. Johan Lee chips it on goal. I want to mention Patrick Algazzini is the starting goaltender for the Storm. We got you Syosset starting goalie. We want to get you the Storm goalie tonight as well. Patrick Algazzini and Max Suma in the cages tonight as that one goes all the way down for an icing. We're just 2 minutes and 41 seconds into this contest. Face-off coming to the right of Algazzini here. One back by the Storm. Carried forward over the red line and dumped in. Turned behind his net. That was Suma. Puck up the half wall and now in front of the Braves bench coming out of the zone. But turned over. Now Algazzini trying to go the other way. He turns that one over. Siegel with it now. Gets it poked off his stick at the blue line. Zach Knoll carries back the other way. And Knoll gets himself a little breakaway. Gets it to the forehand. His shot is blocked by the stick of Nomov. Siegel carrying the other way now. A little 2-on-3 opportunity as Braves have numbers back in their defensive zone. Sigler moves it to Knoll. Knoll goes forward for Finelli. Finelli gets over the blue line. Shot into the blocker of Algazzini. Battle in the left-hand corner. Walking now behind the net, Finelli. Finelli pass to the front. Shot is turned aside. Good shot there from Disque. Kept in at the blue line by a leaping Gagliano. And ensuing shot from Berenberg goes off the stick and into the glove of Algazzini. Face off to his right coming up. And Luke, through the first minute or two, it was all VSSL Storm, and now through the last 2 minutes or so, it's been Syosset Braves who've been putting the pressure on.
Yeah, good start for both teams here. I'm interested to see how this one plays out. Unfortunately, I've only been out to see Valley Stream Storm play, and I'm very interested to see how Syosset plays up against them, as many teams have kind of figured out Valley Stream's main tactics throughout the game. I've noticed that Aiden Siegel is now playing with excuse me 1 second.
Puck kept in while by O'Doherty. His slap shot goes over the net.
Yeah, back to my thought, Travis. I noticed that Aiden Siegel is now playing with Christopher Bone, as he was throughout the season playing with Patrick O'Doherty. So those two players, Patrick O'Doherty and Aiden Siegel, have been a key to the Valley Stream Storm's offense, although they are on the blue line, as their offense tends to struggle at times. But, those two players do have a huge impact on their offensive strategies. While Donahue is in net, he has had quite the performance this year, doing very well for himself. And, I do look to see how Syosset kind of tames those two defensemen on the blue line. As I mentioned earlier, a lot of their offense does come from them. So we are in for some quite quarterfinal matchup.
And like we saw in the first game tonight, back and forth, both teams playing real tight, real physical, and trying to avoid as many mistakes as they can, because in playoff hockey, teams will capitalize. As Nagata carries it into the zone, leaves the pass off. Now finding it and getting a shot off before making the save was Suma. Great opportunity there for the Storm. That was Mazzella who got the opportunity in front of the net. Toe drag there from Siegel. Siegel takes it behind the net. Centering pass goes off the skates of Nagata, and Syosset tries to chip it out of their own zone, ends up in their own bench. So it's going to be a face-off in the Braves' end. Just over 5 minutes played here. Period number 1, 0-0. Still the score. And similarly to the first game here tonight, no goals scored through the first half of the first period. But Luke, once we mentioned it in the last game, that's when they kind of started to flowing, and both sides started to get their chances. So we'll see if the same thing happens here in this one, as we get a 3-on-2 rush from the Braves. Pass bounces off the stick of Sigler. Now it's Zach Knoll with it after the DDD pass, trying to regroup. Couldn't find the tape of Gagliano. That goes for an icing, so another face-off in the Braves' end.
Yeah, and Travis, just to build off what you said, first half of this period, you don't really see much. You kind of see both teams, obviously in the playoffs, kind of just feeling each other out. But, it takes one team to kind of start the train rolling and get the juices flowing and get the puck start moving around and shots flowing. So, soon enough we will have our first goal scorer. But at the end of the day, it is playoffs. Guys like to get a feel for how teams are going to come out, especially if you don't play them a lot during the regular season.
And Zach Knoll with a lot of speed racing up the ice. 3-on-2 for the Braves. He takes a shot, rolled up on him, goes over the net. Batting it down. Nice play there with the hand-eye was Sigler. Knoll still with the puck, rolls up the half wall, cuts the middle, rolled on him, and he lost it, but he gets it right back. Tries to make a pass, intercepted there by O'Doherty, and that comes out of the zone. Braves looking for a quick regroup right back up the ice. Sigler carries in, beats his man wide. Centering pass, scores! First goal of the game going to Jake Gagliano, and the Syosset Braves take a 1-0 lead. Great pass out front, and no hesitation from Gagliano. He put it right back towards the net. He beat Algazzini on the low blocker side, and the Braves jump out to a 1-0 lead with 8:36 remaining in period number 1.
Yeah, just to hop on that train, Travis. Great zone entry by the Syosset Braves there. Algazzini just kind of getting lost in traffic right in front of the net and just slipping it by Algazzini. Although the defensive pair out there for Valley Stream, they were caught a little puck watching. Obviously, you know, I can't tell who was out there behind the goal line there, but Valero got a little caught puck watching. At the end of the day, you know, you got to make sure that you keep your head on a swivel, especially in front of your net, especially when puck's behind the goal line. You never know who's coming in behind you there.
And a shot on goal is gloved by Algazzini. Another opportunity for the Braves following their opening goal of this contest. And you knew this was going to be a tight one. Number 4 and number 5 seeds in the Varsity Conference as the Storm race up the ice once more. William Algazzini chips this one in. He's going to go get it, and he's going to get it first. His centering pass was intercepted, though, and it's Engel coming back the other way with it. Engel gets into the zone, but an offside as Berenberg entered just a bit too soon. .7:41 to go, and Luke, a little bit of a broadcaster's jinx again. Like I said, in the first game we did it, now we do it again here. We said it's back and forth, you know, both teams trying to find that opening, haven't seen any goals yet, and as soon as we say that, first goal of the game comes.
Yeah, of course, that's usually what happens, Travis. Sooner or later, you know, they got to turn it up somehow. One team's going to tilt the ice a little bit, and then, you know, it may go back and forth, and then...
And we got a whistle there. Not sure what the whistle was for. Might have been a delayed offsides. And we're now seeing the puck, the face-off, I should say, going all the way down the ice. So apologies for missing the call there, but I do believe that was a delayed offsides with intentional entry. So that's why we're seeing the face-off come all the way down into the Braves' end. Noel's going to win that one straight back clean. He's been good in the face-off circle so far tonight, stopping up behind the net Gagliano, who moves it back to Noel. Noel trying to make a flip pass through the center of the ice, trying to find a springing Sigler, but that one was picked off by Siegel and sent back into the Braves zone. Gagliano makes a DDD pass behind his own net. Siegel steps in on the half wall to keep this one in. He has possession, tries to cut to the front, but takes some contact. Siegel still battling for it with Zach Noel. Siegel with a goal! On angle shot. Doesn't matter. Aiden Siegel banks it in, and this game is tied. And we take a look at the replay. Like I said, off angle, standing on the side of the net. I think Siegel's feet, Luke, were behind the goal line there. He just found a spot, put it off the shoulder of Nick Suma, and he ties this game up 1-1 for the Storm. Zach Noel comes out of that faceoff with the puck, tried to backhand it deep, but it was picked off by Conroy, who went D-to-D for O'Doherty, who chips it high off the glass. Ensuing regroup from the Braves, saw the puck end up in the feet of Zach Noel. He loses it to Algazzini before Noel swoops in to take it right back, setting it off the backboards behind his net. Centering pass from Algazzini, doesn't find any tape. And now the Braves in on the forecheck. Puck comes out front, and centering pass comes all the way out to the point. Keeping that one alive, Gagliano. He just sends it into the near side corner. Coming up the half wall now. Storm chipping this one out, and it's O'Doherty leading the way. It's a 2-on-1. O'Doherty shot that one off the shoulder and saved by Suma. Out of the zone now. Berenberg giving chase, applying some pressure, but the Storm able to chip it deep. O'Doherty, and before we know it, puck chips up high and ends up right in front of us in the scorer's table. 1-1 the score here. 5 minutes, 50 seconds to go. Period number 1. Varsity playoff hockey, the fourth of 4 quarterfinal contests. And whoever wins this one will be the last team to punch their ticket into the semifinals. Breakout pass is clean. Alguazini drops one off, but that one going to be deemed offsides by the linesman on the far side. And Luke, as I just said, whoever comes away with the win here is going to be the last team to punch their ticket into the semifinals. We saw Long Beach do it not too long ago, taking down Half Hollow Hills last night. Bethpage and Belmore Merrick, the number 1 and 2 seeds, they came out on top in their contest, so they were awaiting the 2 winners from tonight's games. We know Long Beach is one of the teams. Who's going to do it in this one? Nice one-handed deke there to the middle. Shot gets deflected, though, goes up into the air and ends up in the netting.
Yeah, now, Travis, are both semifinal games being held in Long Beach on Friday?
Both semifinal games will be held Friday night at Long Beach. If you give me a moment, I can actually as well get those times for you. And also for our fans at home who might be interested in going to Long Beach on Friday to see 2 semifinal games that will be jam-packed with a lot of action. A lot of speed coming up the ice, but losing it Mianulli. Storm trying to come back the other way. Just sent in deep by Brady Lynch. And VSSL regrouping behind their net, looking to break this puck out. Berenberg stops it on the blue line, but he gets his stick lifted by Siegel. Puck comes back in, Berenberg offsides. So, Luke, to answer your question, it's going to be Friday, February 9th. The number 2 seed, Belmore Merrick, will be taking on the winner of this contest, and that's going to be at 7:45. And then at 9:30 p.m., the number 1 seed, Bethpage, will be playing Long Beach. Long Beach will be the away side in their own home arena. So should be an interesting dynamic there. Knoll swoops in to pick up a bouncing puck, but O'Doherty playing some strong defense there. Takes it behind his net, uses the boards to his advantage, and now he wheels up the ice with a lot of speed. The right-handed defenseman goes to make his move, gets it swiped off his stick. Shot from the point is deflected by O'Doherty, and a nice save there by Nick Suma. Nagata's pass to the front goes off to the backhand, and another backhand shot is turned aside. Darnell looking for his chance there, making a nice move, and now moving up the ice. Zach Knoll has it, 2-on-1 for the Braves. Knoll drops one off for Gagliano, and Gagliano's shot goes just wide. Disque takes a shot from the point. That one off the pads of Alguazini and into the corner. Ensuing battle won by the Storm. Mazzella trying to use his strength to power that puck out of the zone. He gets it out with some help from Christopher Bone, but the Braves trying to use their momentum they have right now, take it right back in. It's Gagliano. Gagliano puts one at the net, comes back off the side, now puck in the corner. Storm trying to weather the storm and get this thing out. O'Doherty has it. He's just going to fire it high off the glass and out of the zone, and it's going to be waved off for an icing as it was in reach of Schiller. He's just going to go D to De Piero. De Piero takes it back behind his own net. Lefty defenseman off the boards. Can't find the tape. So Aiden Siegel taking advantage of the turnover. He gets taken down. Arm goes up. And it's going to be another penalty in this contest. Going to the box here for Syosset. Asher De Piero is getting called for a trip. And with 3 minutes, 10 seconds left in period number 1, it's a 1-1 contest. The Storm, opportunity to take the lead here on the power play. And, excuse me, I did say another penalty. This is actually the first penalty of the game to either side. Can get a little confusing when you're calling multiple games in a night.
Yeah, definitely.
Face-off won by the Storm. Siegel moves it D to O'Doherty. O'Doherty down to the corner for Nomov. Storm really moving slow here, looking to find the right pass. Pass to the middle doesn't go through as Steinberg's chance came through the crease and swiped into the corner by Syosset. Still looking to clear this thing. That one goes off Nomov's feet and up into the netting for another whistle and another face-off to the left of Nick Suma. And I should know this because this happened in the last one. Deflections into the netting. Face-off comes out of the zone. So good for the Braves here on the penalty kill. But the Storm win the face-off. That's Nick Nomov. Siegel gets it on the DDD pass from O'Doherty. He carries in with a little bit of speed. Takes an off-angle shot. Scores!
Wow.
What a snipe by Aiden Siegel. Off-angle shot. He beats Suma, and it's a 2-1 game, 2-1 lead for the VSSL Storm.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, Travis, it was a great play by Siegel, taking it into his own hands there. The start of that power play, I mean, Syosset was all over them. Total aggressive, like almost like bees coming out of a beehive, just like all over the puck there, doing a great job of playing defense on them. And then, you know what, Siegel just takes it in nice and slow and picks his corner and just shoots it right at the top, right over Suman.
And the Storm were patient there. They waited for their opportunity as Alguazini tries to cut to the middle, gets the puck swiped off his stick by Mianulli, and Knoll carries it out. But the Storm were patient on that power play. They didn't try to force anything. They waited for the right chance. Aiden Siegel saw some space to skate. He took his space, carried the puck in wide. He saw Suma drop down a little early, and he beats him upstairs. As the Storm get another chance, that one squeaks through and goes wide. A turnaround shot by Steinberg goes off the side of the net. Suma didn't know where the puck was. Steinberg had a wide open cage as Conroy's shot gets deflected up into the netting behind the net. But a great opportunity there for the Storm. They almost made it a 3-1 game there as Steinberg on his turnaround shot just couldn't put it into the yawning cage, hit it off the side of the net. But Luke, inches away from a 3-1 game.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, I got to help out Steinberg there because, you know, when you're turning around and making those quick shots, you don't really see much. You know, you just hear people saying, shoot, shoot.
You're just firing.
You're just firing it right away, especially because, you know, you don't really feel that much pressure, but you know there's guys coming to grab that puck from you. So when you're turning around and really shooting it, you're just shooting it just to shoot it almost. But, you know, sometimes you like to get a nice look, but especially, you know, you see the goalie to the left of there and you just going to turn around. You're just trying to fire it right at the net.
And Siegel carries the puck forward, gets into the zone, stops up in front of the bench. Nice spin move, cuts to the middle, shot into the breadbasket, swallowed up by Nick Suma and frozen for a whistle. Minute 23 to go here in the first frame. And what a start to playoff hockey if you're Aiden Siegel. 2 goals in this period. He's got both goals for his side. As we're going to get center tossed out here as we had a Brave who just had to fix their equipment. Minor malfunction, looked like to the helmet chin strap as the puck comes out of the zone. Playing that one, Alguazini to O'Doherty, who carries behind the net. Knoll applying a lot of pressure. He turns it over. Berenberg's shot gets blocked. Kept in the zone. Slap shot from Gagliano. That one goes through a sea of bodies and behind the net. Knoll's pass around the boards gets chipped out by Mazzella. Backhand off the boards is picked off. Swooping in, trying to take the shot. Darnell. That got deflected into the corner. Syosset coming back the other way. Berenberg. Jack Berenberg passes it for Gagliano. Gagliano cuts, shot, saved by Alguazini. And we get a little scrum to the left of the blue paint. 41 ticks left in this period. And Luke, you can see temper's starting to flare a little bit. Both sides starting to get a little bit more fired up, and they're starting to feel the intensity of this game and what playoff hockey is supposed to be, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's great to see that, obviously. But, you know, obviously we don't promote that. But,
no.
You know, it's always good to see the tempers flying around a little bit, you know, because at the end of the day, I always say this, hockey's a very emotional game, you know, and you can't really help it. I mean, the adrenaline's going, everybody's adrenaline's up on the bench, even the coaches and even the refs out there. They're holding their own out there, you know. They don't want to get hit with pucks. They don't want to get hit. So, but, you know, from a playoff standpoint, everybody's trying to chase a championship, and especially for these seniors, you know.
Knoll shot got blocked there, but still got through. Kick save from Alguazini. Just 7 seconds left. Kept in, trying to get one more shooting opportunity. Spinning Mianulli. His shot goes into the corner. Steinberg's going to touch, and that's going to do it for the first period. But no, Luke, like you said, not that we're promoting the stuff after the whistle. We do not condone any of that stuff.
No.
I was more going along the lines of seeing the intensity and seeing how much these two sides want it.
Yeah, absolutely. And to finish my sentence before, you know, high school hockey, college hockey, whatever it may be, you're always going to have seniors on the team, and they're always fighting for that last championship. You want to give it a last go, you know, you're going to give it everything you got, whatever it takes, you know, whether it's sticking up for your goalie, sticking up for your man, celebrating like a crazy man like you scored your first goal. I mean, I remember those days. I was a sophomore in high school playing with seniors, playing their, you know, last game of the year, and you know, I remember those guys, they'd score a goal. They would score like it was the first one they ever scored. And, you know, it felt good. So, and then, you know, when I was a senior, I was doing the same thing. So, but, you know, leaving it all out there, leaving it all out on the line, you know, I mean, take notes from Aiden Siegel. He's out here having his time, but he's also here in all seriousness. Senior here for Valley Stream, potting 2 goals in the first period as a defenseman. Can't ask for more than that.
I couldn't agree more, Luke. And like you said, I think that's a great point that you made. You made it in the first game as well, is, you know, these seniors out here potentially could be the last time wearing that crest, wearing that uniform, pulling that jersey over their heads. So if you're a junior or even an underclassman on these sides, you know, you want to give everything you have for those seniors because you want to see them go out on top. You know, I don't like to bring my personal experiences too much into the broadcast, but I can say from my personal experiences in college, I was fortunate enough we won a championship my freshman year, and I can remember that the message and our thought process was, let's do it for the seniors. You know, some of the seniors had gone through some tough times with the program, had been there for some down years, and we wanted to do it for them, and we were lucky enough to do it. Unfortunately, only one team gets to call themselves champions at the end of the season.
Yes.
That's the unfortunate part. But what we like to see is every team battling, leaving everything that they have on the ice for 45 minutes or more, giving everything they have, all their effort for themselves and for their teams. And I think we saw that through the first 15 minutes. I'm expecting to see it in the next 15 and the 15 following that, as the Braves won the faceoff. Zach Knoll been great at the dot. Tried to get a shot, but just fanned on it. Storm trying to come back the other way. Steinberg carries into the zone, goes to his backhand on the left wing side, and just ends up putting one low behind the net. Steinberg left that one off. And it's Alcazzini who cycles it back down low for Nomov. Nomov in a battle here with Gagliano. Puck to the point. O'Doherty with a little shot pass through the legs of Alcazzini. Nomov to the middle, bounces off the stick of Suma. Braves get the puck out. But the Storm, quick to win possession back, quick to get this puck out of their zone. But it's the Braves who win it back once more, trying to come back the other way. Saucer pass across, and we get a late whistle there as it was an offsides. Good opportunity for the Braves there, just into the zone a little bit early. Good eye there from our linesman. And I think it's fair to say we've had some pretty fair officiating through the contest. They're letting the boys play, as I like to say.
Yes, yeah, absolutely.
Mazzella chips this one in, takes a bounce before he gets to Suma, who steered to the half wall. Shot in front of the net by Mazzella, and that one goes into the corner. Still battling in the corner. Puck finally now comes out of the zone for the Braves. Siegel gets it back, though. He carries in, as Luke mentioned, 2 goals already tonight. Takes some contact at the blue line, but he's able to keep the puck in before Brady Litch just one hand swipes it out of the zone. Applying some pressure now, Robert Engel on Bone. Bone gets it forward to Nagata, but stepping down, keeping it alive was Brady Litch. Mazzella gets it in the slot, turning and firing a shot, Berenberg, but that one goes wide. Cycling it low, but picking it off was Bone, and now the Storm moving up the other way. Siegel loses it in his feet, and Berenberg's there to pick it off, sends it off the boards, and now the Braves, back the other way. Shot blocked. Schiller there to pick it back up. Puts it into the corner now. Off on the side of the net. Stuff attempt gets swatted away. Shlemovich takes a hit there.
Oh.
And firing the puck into the Braves bench. Of course, accidentally. was Mazzella, so we got a whistle there. Mazzella just looking for the boards, trying to get the puck out for his side, ends up in the Braves bench. So a face-off to the left coming up here of to the left of Patrick Algazzini. Just played 2 minutes and 19 seconds. Storm still in the lead, 2-1.
We've seen a couple of those dumps into the benches there. I mean, Syosset had 2 of them or 3 of them so far throughout this game. I mean, we got to get these Syosset head coaches some helmets or some gear.
Yeah,
I mean,
a little bit of coverage.
Yeah. I know when I'm sitting on that bench, I'm definitely diving out of the way, even though I got some equipment on. And my poor coaches behind us don't have anything. So
well, you're diving out of the way, and then they're diving behind you.
Yeah, exactly.
Battle in the corner. Centering pass is popped up in the air by Algazzini. He reaches out, catches it with the glove, and takes the whistle as we get a forward line change from the Storm and a wholesale line change here for the Syosset Braves. They got a fresh 5 out there with the offensive zone faceoff coming on the right of Algazzini. Knoll steps in. He's been almost perfect in the dot so far, and he wins another one. Slap shot from the point, created a rebound. It was swiped into the corner by Conroy. Knoll with another shot. That one up into the air. Kept in once more by Gagliano. Braves applying a lot of pressure early on in period number 2. Winning the battle and getting the puck out of the Storm. Carrying forward, William Algazzini. He chips it in. He's going to get there and tries to puck protect. Zach Knoll with it now. His pass gets intercepted. Backhand shot gets blocked. Conroy keeps it alive. Conroy to O'Doherty. He just shovels one towards the net. Gets blocked in front and goes up into the corner. Now on the half wall, trying to win the battle and succeeding. Gagliano, he makes a backhand pass across. Touch to the middle, making a move. Disque in. His shot goes over the net. Arms in the air. Penalty coming. And now it's a chance for Syosset here, going on the power play.
Yeah, Syosset has really come alive here in these in the first couple of minutes of the second period. Really starting to find their groove here, winning faceoffs, getting pucks to the net, and Knoll's out there now. And like you said before, he's been perfect in the draw. And one thing for these games, faceoffs are very key to this game. You know, you really want to get that possession of that puck. You really want to get it off the draw, and then you can really start making some momentum happen. So we'll see here off this Syosset power play, see what they can do and get them back tied up with Valley Stream.
Rolling and setting things up for the Braves. One-timer from the point off the stick of Finelli goes wide. Knoll swoops in to get the rebound, takes a shot, but that one goes off the backboards. And then flipping it high and out of the zone was Nomov. Mianulli, the assistant captain, passes to Berenberg, and it's now Berenberg who's going to carry up the ice for the Braves. Cuts over to the right wing side, leaves the pass off for Gagliano, who goes across to Knoll. Knoll to the top for Mianulli. Mianulli thought about shooting, didn't have a lane, so sends it to the corner for Berenberg. Goes off the backboards, and now trying to get this puck back. He does. Berenberg has it, looking to go to the point for Mianulli. Gets deflected up in the air by Siegel. Mianulli pinches in to get it. Berenberg shot gets swiped away. Knoll has it now. He's got space to walk in. Backdoor for Berenberg. Berenberg's one-timer goes into the opposite corner. And we're getting another penalty here. Came at the front of the net. And Luke, the 2 players you highlighted in our pregame for the VSSL Storm are the 2 players in the box right now. Patrick O'Doherty took the first one. He's still in there for another 55 seconds, but we just saw Aiden Siegel take the penalty now in front of the net. So Siegel joins O'Doherty in the box, and it's going to be a 5-on-3 for 55 seconds.
Yeah, definitely not what you want to see for the Storm, but it's absolutely what you want to see for Syosset here. Big opportunity for them to get back in this game and take over on this 5-on-3.
So it'll be a 5-on-3 for 55 seconds as Berenberg wins the draw. Drops it off for Mianulli. Mianulli walks to the middle. He finds Knoll standing just below the face-off dot. Pass up top for Gagliano, walking to the middle. Gagliano thought about shooting, didn't have a lane. Passes it over for Finelli, back to Gagliano. Mianulli at the top for Gagliano, walks in. Shot gets deflected, and stays in play. Zach Knoll with it now in the near side corner. Just 25 seconds left on the 5-on-3. His pass to the front bounces a little bit. Still looking to get possession of it. Knoll swoops back in to take it back. Mianulli with it now. Over to Berenberg. Berenberg through the seam for Knoll. One-timer. That one over the net. Keeping it alive and in the zone, Gagliano. 8 seconds left on the 5-on-3. Berenberg up top for Finelli. Finelli walks, shoots. Save Algazzini. Catching his own rebound. Just 2 seconds, and coming out of the box, Patrick O'Doherty. So you got to think, if the Storm win this one, Braves must be aware of the skater coming out of the box. Don't want to give up a shorthanded breakaway. And if the Braves win this draw, if you're Patrick O'Doherty, you're getting on your horse and you're getting back into the defensive zone as your team is still on the kill. Center gets tossed there for the Syosset Braves. Engel out. Stepping in, Sigler. Sigler loses the draw. Coming off the boards, Nomov gets it. Fires a pass for O'Doherty, and O'Doherty's going to get possession of the puck. Tries to make a move, and stepping up to make the hit, Gagliano. Puck still in the zone. Nomov's shot comes off the feet of O'Doherty. Braves with possession once more. He takes a hit, and arm goes up once more. We got another penalty coming here against the Storm. And that's 3 straight calls going against the Storm, and I don't like saying this again, Luke, but I think I have a broadcaster's jinx.
Yeah.
I said that the refs are letting the boys play. There haven't been many calls, and 3 straight penalties going against the Storm. Now, that's not me saying that any of these calls shouldn't have been called, because I think that we both can agree that if the ref's putting their arm up, they have pretty good reason to do it. Never going to question a ref's call, and usually if you do question a ref's call, you're not changing his mind anyways.
And you might be getting an extra, too.
And you might be getting an extra. So another 5-on-3 chance here. Just 47 seconds left on the penalty to Siegel as the Storm win the faceoff and are able to send it 200 feet. Great way to start the 5-on-3 kill. Puck behind the net for the Braves. They carry up ice now. Just 30 seconds left in the 2-man advantage. Mianulli carries behind the net. Slowing things down, setting it up. Gagliano over for Knoll. Knoll walks in, tries to make a seam pass. Does get through. Carrying behind the net is Finelli, as he didn't have a lane to shoot. Berenberg behind now. Berenberg with a little saucer pass over for Knoll. Knoll walks to the middle, low for Berenberg. Berenberg to the back door for Finelli, but that one swiped away by O'Doherty. First penalty done, back to 5-on-4. Siegel getting back into the fray. O'Doherty wins the battle behind the net, gets it off the board. Siegel tries to get it out, but keeping it alive and in the zone. Gagliano carrying it in, gives it to Knoll. Knoll for Gagliano, deflected at the net and poked away by Algazzini. Kept in the zone by Mianulli. He fends off some pressure, but intercepting the pass, Siegel. Siegel unable to get it the full 200 feet. O'Doherty does. And just 45 seconds left on this power play for Syosset. Zach Knoll takes some contact behind the net from, I believe that was Bone. Yes, it was. And that's going to eat some more clock. Great job on the kill here from VSSL. Not really giving the Braves many opportunities. And when they are, Algazzini standing strong in the blue paint. Shot from Finelli creates a rebound. Zach Knoll there. What a save, Algazzini! Knoll with it one more time. His pass to the middle goes under the stick of Mianulli and out of the zone.
What an unbelievable save from Algazzini there. Just getting the first one and then just tipping it over on Knoll.
What a move from O'Doherty. Almost got the pass across for Steinberg. Individual effort from O'Doherty, still going. Now Conroy with it. Conroy's shot comes off the stick of Gagliano and goes behind the net. We're back to even strength, 5-on-5. What a kill there from the Storm. Extended 5-on-3, and they're able to get it done without giving up any goals. Maintain their 2-1 lead. Berenberg with it low. He's got an opportunity now. Looking for someone to pass to. Braves trying to make a change as they have some tired legs out there. Puck's in front of the net and just diving on top of it to get the whistle. Algazzini. And Luke, we got to go back and talk about that one, because what an incredible save that was from Patrick Algazzini. As you mentioned, he made the first save, and then the second one it looked like he was on his backside and just kind of threw the blocker up, got the blocker on it, turned it into the corner, kept the puck out of the net. Team still in the lead as the shot from the point is steered with the stick towards the corner. Now trying to chip it out. Siegel.
Just a touch on the Braves power play there. I really liked how they, really slowed down the play, really took their chances wisely. I mean, they had a few opportunities there to kind of put the puck in the net. But at the end of the day, on a 5-on-3, you're really trying to move that puck a lot quicker than they did. Obviously, they did have chances. They did have shot lanes, and they did make nice plays. But, like we mentioned earlier, the Storm had both of their top 2 players in the box. You got to understand, in that position, you must move the puck as quick as possible and get as many shots on Alguazini as you can. They didn't get quite a lot of shots. They did, fortunately, kind of get their legs under them now, and they started moving the puck and finding those seams in order to kind of say, hey, we're here too. We're here to play. We're going to be here shooting pucks all day as well. And Alguazini, you better be ready to go. And he is. And he's standing tall in front of the net for the Storm, and they did a great job on that PK, no doubt about it.
Alguazini has been excellent in the blue paint, and I think that's a great point that you mentioned. Syosset started to get their wheels turning, get their momentum going a little bit as Mazzella comes forward and chips that one into the zone. This VSSL team's reminded me a little bit of that Long Beach team we saw in the first game. We'll touch on that in a second as we get a 3-on-2 rush. Shot comes in, blockered into the corner. Good chance there from Musnick. Chip to the middle, turnover. Now Musnick with it one more time. His shot gets blocked by Nagata. With it now, O'Doherty. O'Doherty just wheels behind his own net. Takes some space, fires a saucer pass looking for Mazzella over everybody's stick, and behind the net for an icing. So, Luke, the point I was going to make, this VSSL team, the way they're kind of playing this second period, reminds me a little bit of that the first game we were here for, Long Beach versus Half Hollow Hills, kind of how Long Beach was playing that third period. Long Beach scored early in the period. They got themselves a 3-2 lead, and then they kind of turned it into a little bit of a trap. And I feel like we're kind of seeing that a little bit here with the Storm. They're kind of playing a trap, trying to be stingy, make it as hard as possible for the Braves to really get opportunities from the center of the ice. Everything's coming from outside. Yeah,
absolutely. They're doing what they do best, is playing that trap, getting guys on pucks.
Luke, hold on. Darnell makes a pass to the middle for Nagata, but that one off his backhand. Sorry, Luke.
No problem. Just to mention, I mean, they're doing a great job of being aggressive on pucks and being the first guy on the puck, getting in a 50-50 battle. You want to make sure you take the body and the puck. If you can't get the puck, take the body. If you can't get the body, take the puck. And that's what they're doing here in this Syosset matchup here. They're taking away their lanes. They're taking away everything they can aggressively, and that's part of their game. They have quite a few players that can play the offensive side as well as the defensive side, but then those guys that kind of are role players, they're playing the aggressive side of the puck, and they're taking away lanes from Syosset without a doubt.
Some silky moves from Darnell there, but unable to get the shot off, and I think you're 100% right with your point there, Luke. I think the way VSSL has been playing, they're taking away those opportunities by trying to force them outside. And when you have players like Aiden Siegel, who's great at puck possession like this, it makes it harder for the Braves as Siegel carries in low, and he's going for a skate around the Braves zone. Pass in the middle for Alguazini. Alguazini with the shot, and a big save there from Nick Suma. Hasn't faced a lot of action in the last couple of minutes, but standing tall when his side needs him.
Yeah, definitely. And if you just watch that rush, if you missed it, Aiden Siegel driving wide, carrying the puck all by himself. And when he's got the puck, or Doherty's got the puck, most teams they do get caught watching him play with the puck, because at the end of the day, if you let him get enough space, you don't want him shooting or making a pass. Unfortunately, the Syosset Braves did get caught puck watching, and he was able to make a pass to the middle there and get a slot shot on Suma.
Siegel's shot was blocked, and the puck was sitting there for a second. A good rebound opportunity. Nobody picked it up. Now Nomov has it behind the net. Still battle on the half wall. Zach Knoll comes in to get it. Knoll looking to get some offense going. He fans on the shot, but Discu's there to keep it in. Pass across. Shot gloved down by Alguazini. Another shot from the point, and that one's blocked by Nomov in front. Braves starting to get a few more chances here. 3 minutes left in the period. Kick save and a butte from Suma. Backhand pass is picked off by Mianulli. He's going the other way. Tries to cut outside, gets the puck poked off his stick, but taking it right back for Syosset. Engel's shot turned into the corner. Engel gets it back one more time down low behind the net. Now at the point, Mianulli shot gets through. Rebound, just wide. Mianulli keeps it in, but Steinberg with some pressure in the defensive zone, one possession back, and now Nomov's able to chip it out for his side. Berenberg gets it, though, as it came off the linesman. Braves get a chance to regroup. Mianulli sends it right at net, and Algazzini is going to be forced to cover this one up. 2 minutes and 13 seconds left in period number 2, and the Storm maintain a 2-1 lead over Syosset. No scoring so far here in period number 2. All the goals came in the first period. It was Jake Gagliano who opened things up for the Braves at 6:24. And following that, 2 goals from Aiden Siegel has put the Storm on top. Chance for the Storm now here. Backhand, rebound, another chance, covered up by Gagliano. By Suma. Arm went up immediately from both officials. There was no hesitation. I saw two arms go up pretty quick there, Luke. And it's going to be the Braves getting a penalty. This one's going against Robert Engel.
Yeah, I mean, listen, high-intensity game, quarterfinal game, trying to make their way to the semifinal. Syosset coming in there to protect Suma. Listen, you can't run the guy. Maybe you can take him out of the play. Grab him, grab his jersey, move him away from the situation. I wouldn't say running him from behind is necessarily the idea, but putting Valley Stream on the power play once again is definitely not in the cards for Syosset right now as they go on and try and kill this off here.
Nomov won the faceoff, which has allowed the Storm to really set things up. But Nomov's pass got intercepted by Knoll. He lost it in his feet. Algazzini's centering pass onto the tape of O'Doherty, but his shot goes over the net. Cycled back low for Algazzini. Algazzini to the point for Siegel. Siegel's going to walk in to pick it up and roll down the half wall on the left-hand side. He gets it poked away just a little bit, but uses his speed to come back and pick it up. Little saucer pass through some bodies for Nomov. Nomov finds O'Doherty, rebound, backhanded, and that one is blocked by Berenberg. Good defensive play, but Siegel's going to keep it in. Tries to take Berenberg wide. Puck comes across. O'Doherty keeps it in. O'Doherty at the net, deflected there by Algazzini, and that one missed. Puck still in the zone. Siegel keeps it in. His shot goes off the feet of Nomov. Less than a minute to go, period number 2, before Berenberg gets it out of the zone. Siegel has it, and he's going to take his time as Berenberg applies some pressure. Wait for his team to come back into his zone and break the puck out. Steinberg with it. Makes a move around Knoll, but just loses his handle for a second. Moves it to the middle for Algazzini. Algazzini walks in. His shot goes just wide. O'Doherty cycles it low for Algazzini. Comes off his stick and kicks onto the tape of Joe Finelli, and that one is sent 200 feet with 20 seconds to go. Penalty's going to expire with just 1 second left in regulation, and it looks like Siegel is just electing to burn the rest of the clock off in this period as he drops one off for Algazzini. Algazzini's going to move it back behind his net. 5 seconds left on the clock. Algazzini back to get possession, moves it to Siegel, and that's going to do it. 30 minutes down, 15 to go, and the VSSL Storm hold a lead by a score of 2-1. We'll recap that for you real quick. All the goals came in the first period if you joined us late. At 6:24, it was Jake Gagliano, his first of the playoffs for the Syosset Braves. Got the scoring started for us. Just about a minute and a half later, Aiden Siegel on an off-angle shot, feet pretty much behind the net, banked it off of Suma. He tied the game up 1-1, and just about 4 minutes and 15 seconds later on the power play, Siegel got his second, carried the puck in, and again, on an off-angle shot, standing pretty much on the hash marks closest to the boards, was able to beat Suma top shelf. Got his second of the night, his second of the playoffs. Made it a 2-1 game. That's where we've stood since. No goals in the second period. And Luke, before we head to break, we're getting an ice cut here. This is something new. This is something that I also asked you for the first game. I want to pose this question for you again for the listeners at home that, are just joining us here for this contest. But the question I asked Luke was, normally regular season hockey here, the teams come, they play 3 periods, 15 minutes, 15 minutes, 15 minutes. They don't get this ice cut. They don't have that luxury. So the question I posed to Luke here is, Luke, you're a player yourself, and you play in college. You get the ice cut every period. You know how great it can be and how it can hurt. So if you're the two sides here, VSSL and Syosset, how can this ice cut, this extra long intermission, either help both sides or potentially harm both sides?
Well, both sides going into the room. For a Syosset standpoint, obviously you're down 2-1. Tough start, obviously. The ice a little tilted there, kind of back on your heels against this Valley Stream Storm team, and you got to figure it out at some point. Their defensive side of the puck, decent. I'd say the offense is there. They're just not getting those chances, and they're not finishing on those opportunities. So going into the room for them, I think they take a deep breath, relax a little bit, and just take a moment to realize that you're still in this game. It's a 2-1 hockey game. It's not 4-1. It's not 5-1. It's a 2-1 game. You're down by 1 goal. Go into the room, reevaluate your choices and the things that you've done on the ice, and figure out how you can better yourself. And number one, harder on pucks. I think they need to absolutely just kind of tear it up in the offensive zone as well as the defensive zone. You know that Siegel and O'Doherty and Algazzini and, there's another one. That's besides the point. They're all going to be out there. They're all going to be skating fast. They're all going to be trying to get that puck. But coming into the third period, you really have a chance here to even this thing up and potentially win this thing. If you're the Valley Stream Storm going into the intermission, you're not up by 2 goals. You're not up by 3 goals. You're up by 1. I wouldn't get too comfortable. You got to come back out here. This is playoff hockey. Everything is do or die. We mentioned this earlier for the seniors, the juniors, whoever's stepping up and stepping out of this program of these programs. Guys are playing on the line here, and they're playing like it's life or death situation. So, Syosset is going to come out hard in this third period, and you got to make sure that you come out on top, stick to the basics, stick to the fundamentals, and stick to this hockey game in order to come out with the win. So, as we mentioned, they don't get many times like this to sit in between the second and third period and think about what's going on in the game, and this is a perfect time for Syosset as well as Valley Stream Storm to do so.
As always, great analysis from Luke Judge, Travis Quigley. We're taking you through the call of tonight's game. We're going to take a quick break. Ice cut, as Luke mentioned. We'll be back for the third period. We want to thank you for watching here on the Long Island Sports Network. We'll be back with more NYIHSHL hockey in just a little bit. Back for period number 3 on the Long Island Sports Network. Quarterfinal 4 of 4. We're looking for the last team to punch their ticket into the semifinals. VSSL Storm with a 2-1 lead over the Syosset Braves. Travis Quigley, Luke Judge taking you through the call tonight. Algazzini carries into the zone onto his backhand, takes a shot. That one is saved by Suma. Puck behind the net. Steinberg rolls up the half wall now, tries to cut back, runs into the official, but maintains possession, moves to the front. We get a whistle.
Looks like he's gonna take both here.
Yep. So after the battle in front of the net, Luke's 100% right. Both guys getting a penalty, coincidentals. Just 23 seconds into the third period, and Luke, you kind of expected that this was gonna be a chippy period. Storm with a 1-goal lead, 2-1, playoffs, season in the balance. Both sides going to do whatever it takes to get the win here. It's going to remain 5-on-5 hockey due to the coincidental penalties. Face off to Suma's right, one back by the Storm, goes under the stick of Bone though. And now Ziegler with some speed drops one off for Berenberg. Berenberg cuts, his shot goes off the shoulder of Algazzini.
I didn't hear anything there. I thought that went in.
It was a good save. It was a great shot, but a better save. Berenberg with another opportunity. He beats Bone wide, gets himself a chance, cuts to the net. Whistle blown, arm in the air. We got a penalty going here against the Storm. Luke, great speed, great chance there from Berenberg, and the Braves coming out of the intermission with a lot of speed. A lot of pace to their game, a lot of hunger, a lot of fight. Berenberg getting the opportunity there, driving his feet to the net, draws the penalty. It's Bone who's going to the box. And a power play chance here for Syosset, but Luke, good start for Syosset here in the third.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, listen, we talked about it before. Coming out into this third period, you got to come out strong. It's only a 2-1 game. Berenberg going hard to the net and drawing a nice penalty and getting an opportunity to get back on the board here with this power play.
Shot from the point was blockered down by Algazzini, and sending it all the way was Siegel. So Zach Knoll swings down to pick it up. Cuts the net and carries up the ice. Finelli tries to go back to Knoll. Puck took a bounce, ended up back on Finelli's stick. He tried to take a shot, didn't get it through. Now a 2-on-1 shorthanded rush. Steinberg passes across, and a nice defensive play there. Stopping them in their tracks was Jake Gagliano, the goal scorer for the Braves. Now Zach Knoll trying to get it out. Siegel pinches in. He's going to keep it in and just chip it deep. Algazzini's going to be there. Now a couple Braves swarm him, trying to win possession of the puck back. It's going to be Jack Berenberg who does. He carries out of the zone now. Just a minute left on the power play here for Syosset. And we saw Syosset earlier in this contest had a couple 5-on-3s, unable to capitalize on it. Looking to capitalize here. Gagliano up top. His shot gets blocked by Algazzini. Moves it to the half wall. Seam pass doesn't go through. Now in front of the net. Swiping it away, Siegel. Knoll cycles it down low. He gets it back from Berenberg. Now cuts to the middle. Takes a shot. That one goes high and wide. Stopping it on the far side boards. Finelli, his seam pass to Berenberg goes through, and a one-timer on the back door. Goes off the heel of the stick of Engel and into the corner.
Great sequences of events there. Travis Syosset doing a great job moving that puck. Unfortunately, just getting it wide on that shot on Algazzini. Almost tapped it in back door.
And credit to the Braves moving the puck well here on this power play. Just 15 seconds left on it as that puck gets sent in deep by Gagliano. Siegel's going to get there, and he's going to use the glass, fire it all the way down, racing down the ice. It wraps around the boards and goes under the stick of Suma. So Darnell's going to get there first. Back to even strength. Berenberg gets it in his feet, kicks out, and Conroy's going to send it to the far side. Mazzella swoops in to pick it up. Drop pass for, I believe that was Darnell, but he was offsides, so we get a whistle. Face-off coming on the far side in front of the spectators in the neutral zone. Exactly 12 minutes remain here in the third frame of this contest. Storm with a 2-1 lead. All the goals came back in the first period if you're joining us late. As this pass through the middle, now Disqui out wide. He takes a shot. That one saved by Algazzini. Disqui gets the puck back one more time, though, makes a backhand pass up to the point. That one just sent back into the corner by DePiero, but takes a funny hop. Now we got a battle before Disqui chips it into the corner behind the net. Making a nice move, trying to wrap it around, but losing the handle with Sigler. Sigler goes to the point. DePiero's shot gets through some legs and goes behind the net. Conroy gets there first for the Storm, but that one gets gloved down by Sigler before Villaro swoops in, picks it up, tries to connect with a pass with Mazzella. Missed his tape, went all the way down the ice. Icing and a face-off to the left of Algazzini coming up, and the Braves getting a lot of chances here to start this third period. We're almost at 4 minutes in. And Braves with a majority of the chances thus far in period number 3. Zach Knoll stepping in to take the face-off against Scarcella. Puck still in the dot, and it's going to be O'Doherty who comes out with it. He carries the puck forward, takes a shot off the stick of DePiero into the net behind Suma. 4 minutes and 3 seconds gone. 2-1 game. Gagliano, the goal scorer for the Braves. And Aiden Siegel has both for the Storm. In what has been a tight contest from opening puck drop, both teams really want this one. They want to be the last team to punch that ticket. As Gagliano intercepts the puck and carries into the zone, drops one off for Zach Knoll. Knoll gives it over, and a save there by Algazzini on Engel's shot. Out of the zone, and the Braves regroup. D to D, trying to go up the ice, find an Engel. Puck takes a hop and ends up beyond the goal line. Going to be another icing, this time going against the Braves. Face-off coming down into their end, and both sides making wholesale changes. Nomov going to step in here for the Storm, and it's going to be Berenberg for the Braves. Nomov wins that one back to Siegel. Siegel just chips it into the zone, carrying the puck across the crease, across the front of his net. Gagliano before the puck gets out of the zone. Berenberg intercepts a pass, tries to make a nice move there around Conroy. Puck ends up back on the half wall. A little chip pass out from Berenberg. Unable to pass it back across the seam, though, was Sigler. Storm get it out. Steinberg drops one off for William Algazzini. Algazzini taking some back pressure there from Sigler, so he's forced to circle back out of the zone as the Storm go D to D and up the ice. Siegel looking for Nomov, but the puck bounces over his stick. Little saucer pass for Gagliano. He's going to go up the near side boards for Sigler. Sigler carries in, trying to cut to the middle, gets it poked off his stick by Conroy, and now it's Steinberg going the other way. Crosses the blue line, drop pass for Nomov. Nomov with the shot over the net as Sumo was in position. Berenberg gets it out on a nice individual effort, but Nomov pokes it back the other way. Algazzini beats his man wide on the backhand, trying to cut to the middle, loses the handle. Berenberg with it again, goes across ice, looking for Schoenberg. Schoenberg just decides to chip that one into the zone before Siegel stops up, takes it behind the net. Long outlet pass for Steinberg, gets his stick lifted, so it's not going to be an icing. Suma played it behind the net for Gagliano. Nagata unable to get to the blue line and keep it in time. Ooh. He takes some contact there from Berenberg and going the other way, Finelli. Finelli with the shot, trying to use the screen. That one off the blocker and off the top of the stick, it looked like, of Algazzini. Puck in the corner now. Out of the zone, Steinberg carrying up. 3-on-2 rush for the Storm. Shot turned into the corner. Good save there from Suma. Puck kept in the zone. Braves just trying to keep possession and get the puck moving the other way as the pass to the front is intercepted, and now the Braves do get possession, carry this one out of the zone. Berenberg on a 1-on-2 rush. His shot gets blocked by Bone. Bone takes a slap shot back up the near side boards, but Zach Knoll there to intercept. Knoll taking some contact against the half wall. He's starting to get some help against the boards from Engel. Engel's going to be the one to come out with it. He rolls along the circle, gets a shot off. That goes off some sticks up in the air, but stays in play. Engel with a big check there on the boards. We get a whistle blown.
It's a big hit there.
Big hit, and
Crunching.
I absolutely appreciate the quick whistle there from the official. We want to make sure that every player that's participating in this contest is all right, and I completely agree with blowing the whistle there. If you see a player take a little while to get up, blow the play dead, give him his time. Very nice to see that Mazzella is able to skate off on his own power here. Didn't take that one too bad, which is always nice to see. It's good to go. So because the player was down in the storm zone, faceoff will stay in the storm zone, being the fact that's where the puck also was. Siegel sends it out. Mianulli stops it. Nice pass across, back the other way for Disquid. Disquid chips it for Knoll. Knoll gains possession. Nice shot from Knoll, but that one goes wide. Tried to use Siegel as a screen. It's a very high hockey IQ play, but the puck went wide. Centering pass now. Comes to the point. D to D. Mianulli's shot goes off the skates and into the corner. That one came off Algazzini. Knoll tries to make a shifty play on the half wall, loses the handle, and Algazzini comes the other way, finds Steinberg. Catching the pass. Steinberg finds Nomov. Nomov's shot rolled up on him, trying to go short side high. Spinning pass from Nomov gets deflected off the stick. Another chance in front of the net. Puck kept in by Siegel. Siegel spins off. Knoll applying the pressure now. He cycles it low for William Algazzini. Algazzini takes a hit, sends it back up top, and Siegel out of his reach and out of the zone. 6 minutes and 45 seconds to go here. Period number 3. Siegel's pass finds Nomov at the red line. Nomov stops up once he enters the zone, and Disquid is able to knock him off the puck. Berenberg slides in to pick it up, cuts to the middle. Shot on goal. That one goes just wide. Disquid's back into the front for Berenberg, and what a save by Algazzini, diving back across. Tip your cap to Patrick Algazzini. He's made a couple of big saves here tonight, and he just made another one there on Jack Berenberg. Diving back across the crease. Berenberg with the yawning cage looking at him. But somehow, some way, Algazzini gets across and keeps it out of the net, keeping the 2-1 lead for his side. And coming out of that, we have a couple guys going to the box. O'Doherty for the Storm, Disquid for the Braves. We have a conversation ensuing currently between the officials. Coincidental roughing penalties called. It's going to remain 5-on-5 hockey, and the face-off is going to come out into the neutral zone right in front of the VSSL bench. So Storm taking the opportunity here to make a change. Just 6.5 minutes left in the final frame. Syosset looking for that tying goal. Storm looking to hold this lead. Siegel with the puck now, carries the puck into the Brave zone. Centering pass finds the tape of Darnell, but his shot goes wide. Gagliano picks it up. He stops, tries to send a pass off the far side boards, but a good defensive play from Nagata picks off the pass. Nagata tries to knock it down, but now picking it up, De Piero. He's trying to carry, losing control of the puck, then makes a nice move around Conroy carrying it in. His shot gets blocked by Siegel. Another chance there for De Piero, but his backhander didn't get through. Almost keeping it in was Gagliano, just lost it. De Piero has it one more time, carrying. Winds up for a slap shot. That one was high and just wide. Hit the glass, came up into the netting and out of play. 5 minutes and 40 seconds left in this contest. The number 5 seeded Storm trying to hold on to this victory. Luke, we knew coming in it was going to be tight contest, tight hockey, potential for a 1-goal game. That's what we've seen here. And like I've mentioned a couple times, both these sides, you can tell, they want it. They want to punch their ticket. They want to make it to Friday and play in that semifinal game at Long Beach.
Yeah, Syosset coming out in this third period, playing a lot more aggressive, but like we mentioned earlier, in the first and second period, they were very calm with the puck, very slow with it, taking their time, making the right passes, controlling the puck, controlling possession. Here, coming out in this third period, although you want to be on top of those pucks and you want to be quick and you want to be fast and aggressive and all the other good stuff, but you want to make sure that you're making these tape-to-tape passes because you don't want to force anything, especially in this tight game with 5 minutes to go now. The clock is ticking for the Syosset Braves, and they need to prioritize possession. Make sure those passes are tape-to-tape so they can then make plays with their top guys out there on the ice.
Mianulli entered the zone. Pass went off for Finelli. Finelli carries behind the net now. Backhand pass for Gagliano. His shot came off the toe of his stick and across the middle of the ice. Didn't end up where he was looking for it to. Now Steinberg's coming the other way. But Mianulli on the hard back check earns possession back of the puck. Passes it forward to Zach Knoll, and Zach Knoll carries into the zone. Berenberg with it now after it gets poked off Knoll's stick. Berenberg's shot got blocked. Coming the other way, the Storm. Storm playing stingy defense as we're into the final 4 minutes and 10 seconds. Puck in the air, Steinberg gloves it down and moves forward with some speed, cuts to the middle, shot! Blockered into the netting.
There's a laser.
Great shot, and if you're the Storm, that's kind of what you need at this point of the game. You have a 1-goal lead, so you're not necessarily searching for another goal, but you're absolutely searching for possession of the puck. You're searching for more face-offs to be on the Syosset side of the red line than on your side of the red line. And a shot like that is going to draw that. Yeah,
absolutely. I mean, just throwing it on net, too. Throw a shaky play, throw a shaky shot on net and see what he does with it. For all we know, it could go in. Or for all we know, he could stop it, and then you got an offensive zone draw.
And Disquee's shot there drew a rebound that was blockered straight into the ice by Algazzini, but nobody there in front to send it back at him. So the Braves regrouping here one more time, but it's Disquee entering the zone, trying to go wide here on O'Doherty. He takes a shot. That one's loose, and getting the glove on it, covering it up, was Patrick Algazzini. And Luke, Algazzini has been really, really strong in the blue paint tonight for the Storm.
Yeah, I mean, he's been unbelievable. He's been back on his heels. He's been on his bum, and he's been making these unbelievable stops, whether he's on his, back or whether he's on his feet. It doesn't really seem to bother him. He's still going to make that save for this team.
Disquee's shot got blocked, so he just sent it around the boards, trying to find some open ice. Winning the battle there behind the net. Aiden Siegel, he sends it up the boards in front of the Storm bench. Now a clean breakout there as Darnell can't get it deep. Knoll gets it, sends it forward, but intercepting the pass was Darnell. Mazzella takes some contact in front of the penalty boxes. Darnell tries to make a nice move, but Mazzella's there as follow-up behind him, getting possession of the puck back. Arm goes up, and we got another penalty coming. Looks like this one's going against the Braves. And it's going to be a hooking call. Daniel Disquee going to the box. 2 minutes for hooking and just 2 minutes and 46 seconds left on the clock in regulation here. Great chance for the Storm to extend their lead, but also a good chance for the Storm to just burn some clock off the game here because we're not getting back to even strength until 46 seconds left in regulation. This puts a lot of pressure on the Braves here, Luke.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that they're going to be aggressive on this penalty kill, so it's, for the Storm, they definitely got to, take their time and not really force anything on this power play. And like you said, control the puck and kill some time. It's a perfect opportunity for them to do that.
Braves able to ice this one out of the zone. 20 seconds gone on the power play. Siegel leaves it for O'Doherty, and O'Doherty gets his wheels turning. Cuts to the middle now, but Berenberg makes a nice play, knocking it off his stick, and that one gets sent the length of the ice by Schlemovich. Berenberg's there to intercept the pass on the half wall, makes a nice move, another nice move, but gets the puck knocked off his stick. Algazzini takes it the other way, 3-on-2, and elects to just dump it into the zone. And wrapping that puck around, getting out. Minute left on the power play, minute 47 to go in this contest. And as the seconds keep ticking, Syosset looking to at least try to get possession of this puck back. Of course, trying to kill a penalty here, but when you're shorthanded and down a goal with not much time left on the clock, you got to throw everything you can at the game. And the Storm really just trying to kill time off the clock here as Nomov sends a puck back down behind his own net for Siegel. 30 seconds left on the power play. Braves get possession back. Finelli moves it to the cross ice for Gagliano. Gagliano carries into the zone now, trying to get something going shorthanded here. Carries in wide, and we're in the final minute. Takes it to the net and tries to stuff it. And that one, whistle goes. Gagliano trying to fake the wraparound and stuff it in on the short side, but holding firm on the post was Patrick Algazzini. And we are into the final minute of play here in regulation. 59.5 seconds left on the clock. Daniel Disquis is going to come out of the box in 13 seconds.
A good time to call a timeout here and throw an extra guy out there, possibly Paul Suma, honestly. I mean, if you really think about it. Offensive zone draw on the PK. 13 seconds till Disquis is out. Paul Suma right now get possession of that puck. We got a 6-on-5 going in, and you're only down a goal.
Looks like we got a penalty called on the play, as well as the Storm are calling a timeout. But it looks like, from what I saw and what I could briefly hear, it looked like Berenberg's going to get a penalty here for the Braves. And I believe the penalty going against the Storm is going to be against the goaltender, Patrick Algazzini. They're going to have somebody come in and serve this one for the goaltender. And it's going to be another set of coincidental penalties. 59.5 seconds left. We're getting ready to come out of the timeout here that was called by the Storm. So it's due to the coincidental penalties, we're going to stay 5-on-4 here for the next 13 seconds. Disquis is going to come out of the box. It's going to move to 5-on-5. As Luke mentioned, with time running down here, just 59.5 seconds left, excuse me. Got to think that the Braves are going to be looking to pull the goalie here, depending on where this faceoff lies, which it'll be in front of the Storm bench in the neutral zone. So Suma's going to stay in the net here. It's 5-on-4 hockey. Storm currently on the power play. Zach Knoll stepping in to face Nick Nomov at the center, at the faceoff circle. Knoll wins it back and swinging around to pick it up. Engel chips it in deep. Syosset looking to apply the pressure here. O'Doherty wraps it around the boards and it comes out of the zone. Penalty expires. Disquis out of the box. Net is empty. 42 seconds left in the contest. Dropped off for Mianulli. Mianulli finds Finelli. Finelli's going to backhand this one into the zone. O'Doherty gets there first. It hits some skates, pops up, and now a 3-on-2 the other way. Algazzini tries to chip it, but Knoll catches it. Knoll catches Algazzini's shot one more time. Now he carries forward. 22 seconds left in the game. Knoll drops it off for Gagliano. He goes across. Shot on goal from Engel. That one gets blocked and into the netting. Big block there from the defenseman, Patrick O'Doherty. With just 15 seconds in this game, Storm looking to hold on. Syosset looking for a last-second shocker. As it's going to be the Braves now who call the timeout. 15 seconds to go. You need a goal to send this thing into overtime. As the Storm set themselves up here in this timeout, going to try to put together the best defensive plan as possible while the Syosset Braves coaches get their team together in the huddle and they try to formulate a game plan that's going to get them a goal in this last 15 seconds here. And Luke, you know, you typically see there's design plays, set plays. Typically in this last 15 seconds or so, I like to think of it almost like basketball. You know, you're normally looking for your shooter in basketball. You want your best, not necessarily your best player, but maybe your best shooter taking that final shot, trying to get you guys the tie here, the win, whatever it may be. I would think for Syosset, they're probably drawing up a play here that's going to get the puck on some of their shooters' sticks.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you definitely want Noel in that face-off dot because he's been on it all night in that draw.
And he's going to be the one that steps in. Luke, you're 100% right. He's been very good, and he wins another one to the half wall. He gets the puck back now, cuts to the net, takes a shot, scores! Tie game! Zach Knoll! 10.7 seconds left in regulation play. Zach Knoll wins the face-off to the boards, gets possession of the puck back, cuts to the front, takes a shot, beats Algazzini 5-hole, and we are tied.
Wow.
And if you were getting ready for an exciting end to this contest, it just got even more exciting as Zach Knoll ties it up with just 10 seconds left. The Storm win the faceoff back. Disqueeze trying to win possession, sending it down the ice, and it goes beyond the goal line for an icing with 1 second remaining. So the Braves, they're going to get one last chance here in regulation. Not much time on the clock here. It's likely going to take a direct shot on goal. But we are 1 second away. Shot towards the goal, but Nomov does enough to slow it down. It goes behind the nets. And the fourth quarterfinal game is the lone quarterfinal game to go to overtime. Zach Knoll ties it up with just 10 seconds left. If you joined us late, we'll give you a full recap on the scores in this contest. We saw no goals in the second period. Jake Gagliano opened things up, 6:24 in for Syosset. Aiden Siegel scored 2 back-to-back for the Storm. His first one came about a minute and a half following Gagliano's goal, and then about 4 minutes later, Siegel scored once more. Both Siegel's goals coming from odd angle shots. As I mentioned, nothing doing in the second period, and we had to wait a while in the third, Luke. But with 10.7 left on the clock, Zach Knoll, who you mentioned coming out of that timeout, is the goal scorer. He's the one who tied it up. He's the one who sends us to overtime.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that was a great play. I don't know what they drew up over there. I didn't see any board, but I think he took it upon himself, Noel, to just kind of get that win on the draw, let his guys do the dirty work, pick that up, and then just get it right by Algazzini. But now we got some more time on the clock. We got 5 minutes, 4-on-4 hockey, playoff overtime hockey, and we are in for a good treat tonight. 5 minutes to go here. You know Siegel's going to be out there. You know O'Doherty's going to be out there. You know Algazzini's going to be out there. Obviously, Algazzini in the net as well. But you also got Noel on the draw. Possession is key here, and it's a man-on-man game, whether it's 4-on-4, 3-on-3, 5-on-5, especially in overtime, 4-on-4 or 3-on-3. It's a man-on-man game, and that's what they need to play here tonight. And especially for Syosset, if you don't have possession, you need to make sure that you're on every man that you have.
And Noel wins the opening faceoff in overtime. If you've been with us for this whole contest, you've been treated to an absolute classic here as we get set. 5 minutes of overtime, 4-on-4 hockey. First to score punches their ticket to the semifinals. Knowles carries the puck in, cuts to the middle, takes some contacts, he loses the puck, just elects to backhand one at the half wall into some space that he can go chase down and get. Comes around the wall, Gagliano pinches in, keeps it in, goes down low. Engel has it, he takes a hit, but Gagliano comes in to help him out. He passes it up top for Mianulli. Mianulli starts to walk the line, goes back to the half wall for Gagliano. It's in his feet. He can't find it right now, so Siegel comes to apply some pressure. In the corner with it, Engel. Engel tries to make a cut move, but O'Doherty playing him strong. Still with it and coming out the far side, passing to Mianulli. Mianulli shot, scores! Patrick Mianulli, 1 minute, 1 second into overtime. And the Syosset Braves are moving on to Long Beach Friday night. They're playing in the semifinals. They win this contest by a final score of 3-2. And Luke, what a game that was.
Wow, unbelievable. I mean, listen, Syosset, it's better late than never. That's all I'm going to say. And you know what? They came out in this overtime. They took possession early. Noel with that big face-off draw win. That is just absolutely huge to start the overtime. Getting in the zone, setting up, throwing it into areas where you can pick it up and go after it. And they did just that. And they got right in front of Algazzini, who's been making unbelievable stops all night. And they did what they needed to do, getting in front of him and taking away his eyes. And they walk out with the win. Unbelievable job by the Syosset Braves.
Unbelievable resiliency from the Syosset Braves. You're down 2-1 with 15 seconds left in the game. You call a timeout. You find a way. You dig deep. You tie the game up. And then 1 minute and 1 second into overtime, you score the game winner. And I want to go back a little bit to something you mentioned earlier in the game where you need shots on net. You need traffic in front of the net. And that's how that game-winning goal was just scored. A shot from the point with some traffic in net. Puck had some seeing eyes. Ended up in the back of the cage. And now it's the Braves who are going home victorious. They live to see another day. And they're getting ready. They're going to have to take on Belmore Merrick Friday night in the first of 2 semifinals at the Long Beach Arena. Before we sign off, I think we should say great job this season by the VSSL Storm. They put up an amazing fight here tonight, and hat has to go off to the goaltender, Patrick Algazzini. I mean, if we were doing 3 stars, despite his team dropping this one, he still might be the first star. He was excellent this evening.
Yeah, I mean, listen, obviously in the first half of the first period, Syosset did come out a little slow, but towards the middle of the game, they really started applying that pressure, and Algazzini just kind of stood on his head for his whole team. And, you know, although they're going out of here without a win, hats off to him and the rest of the squad. They put on a great show tonight.
A great show indeed. Patrick Mianulli, 1 minute and 1 second into overtime. He's the hero for the Syosset Braves. They're going into Friday night. They're going to be the first of 2 games. They're playing Belmore Merrick at 7:45 p.m. at the Long Beach Arena. And then at 9:30, it's going to be Long Beach taking on Bethpage. You can see both of those games here on the Long Island Sports Network. If you can't make it out to Long Beach, we are definitely expecting a very good crowd for both contests, so definitely recommend making it out there if you can. If not, please join us here on the Long Island Sports Network. We'll take you through the call. But on behalf of the entire crew, my name's Travis Quigley with Luke Judge. We want to thank you for joining us this night. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and we'll see you next time.